Hi everyone, welcome to Beyond the Evidence. This is the channel where justice matters. My name is Marv. I am a true crime fanatic, and I love to dig deeper into the mysteries of unsolved cases. Join me as we search for missing persons, uncover the clues in unsolved murders, follow along with jury trials, and we'll be a voice for the voiceless. I'll share with you the facts, the theories, the clues, the evidence, and the controversies that surround these cases. This is Beyond the Evidence. Hi everyone, welcome to Beyond the Evidence, the channel where we explore missing persons cases. I'm Marv, and today we delve into the mysterious disappearance of Bryson Muir from Logansport, Indiana.
There remains an unsolved missing persons case at this hour. Tonight, Indiana State Police are asking for your help in the search for a missing 14-year-old boy from Logansport. Police believe Bryson Muir may be in danger. As Natasha Casal reports, the boy hasn't been seen since June 16th, leaving a family member's home in Ohio along with his mother.
Bryson Muir is a 14-year-old boy from Logansport. He's been missing since June 16th, 2024. On Wednesday, I spoke to Indiana State Police Captain Ron Galaviz about the case.
This whole incident began as a domestic investigation involving an alleged battery to a child, which occurred in Cass County.
Authorities believe Muir may be in danger. A few days before Muir's disappearance, the Cass County's Children's Services asked for ISP to investigate allegations of domestic abuse at the child's home located on the 1700 block of West U.S. Highway 24. The property is owned by Servant Leaders Foundation in Kokomo.
So the last time that we knew that he had been seen by anybody was on June 16th by his grandmother in Ohio.
Bryson, along with his mother, Christine Muir, left the residence in a white 2015 Chevrolet Suburban, which also belongs to the Servant Leaders Foundation. A short while later, the SUV was pulled over by Garfield Police Department, but Bryson was not in the car.
So what we're seeking right now is we're seeking the public's assistance in helping to locate Bryson. Bryson Muir is described as a 14-year-old black male. And we're also seeking any information as to include his parents, because obviously the primary concern for us right now is the safety and well-being of Bryson. But we also have have a need to communicate directly with one or both of his parents, both of whom we've now been able to reach out to directly.
That was Natasha Casal reporting. Now, we've reached down to the Cass County Children's Services to learn more about this alleged domestic abuse, but we are still waiting to hear back from them. If you or anyone has any information about Bryson Muir and his whereabouts, you are encouraged to contact Michiana Crime Stoppers or the Indiana State Police Department. We obviously continuing to follow this important story, both here on air and online.
As someone that had already financed a 4-year traditional education, it was really intimidating for me.
There you go. Sorry about that. Mic was off. You heard it. We have a missing 14-year-old from Logansport, Indiana. I'm going to give you some details, and we're going to go through and watch another video. Please share this out. Nobody has seen this young man in a while, so I'm going to give you the details that I have. Bryson Muir, a 14-year-old from Logansport, Indiana, has been missing since Sunday, June 16th, 2024. He's described as being 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing 185 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. He's the son of Daniel and Kristen Muir. A silver alert was issued on June 28th, 2024. In that alert, it gave his description once again as 6'2", 185 pounds, black male with black hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing an orange Under Armour shirt and blue jeans. His parents, Daniel and Christina Muir, initially showed signs of cooperation with the investigation, but later backed out of meetings with law enforcement. There have been allegations of abuse, as Bryson was reported to have a black eye in a photo provided by the media. The Muir family lives in Logansport on a property owned by Servant Leaders Foundation. Let's give you a little bit of background on that family now. What do we know? Daniel Muir, who is Bryson's father, was born on September 12th, 1983 in Washington, D.C., and was raised in Langham, Maryland by his Jamaican native parents. He attended Fairmont Heights High School and later transferred to Parkdale High School in Riverdale, Maryland, where he was a 4-year letterman. He played defensive tackle and offensive guard, earning all-state honors after finishing his senior season with 96 tackles, including 13.5 sacks. Daniel went to Kent State University, where he started 45 of 46 career games. He left Kent State ranked 3rd in school history in career sacks, 14.5, and 7th in tackles for losses of 35. He finished his career with 198 tackles, 3 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, and 1 interception. He was initially signed with the Green Bay Packers as an undrafted free agent in 2007. He played for several teams, including the Indianapolis Colts, St. Louis Rams, New York Jets, Kansas City Chiefs, Houston, Texas, and the Oakland Raiders. Daniel married his college sweetheart, Kristen Wright, on April 25th, 2009. They currently reside in Logansport. Bryson Muir was born in Logansport, Indiana, while his actual date of birth has not been given. No personal information can be found on Kristen Wright at this time. However, Daniel Muir later became involved with Sports World Inc., an organization of retired athletes who give motivational speeches to encourage positive choices among young people. In 2017, Daniel spoke about how God changed his life after surviving a car crash, emphasizing the importance on making good choices. From what I have gathered, Daniel is now a pastor at the Servant Leadership Foundation. What is the Servant Leaders Foundation? It's a nonprofit organization with a mission to inspire and equip leaders worldwide. They aim to help individuals find meaning and purpose in their work, foster an environment of trust and respect at all levels within an organization, and achieve success through the implementation of servant leadership principles. The land that the Muirs own or live on was purchased by Daniel in 2020, and it seems that the foundation has been operating since then. What are the principles of the Servant Leadership Foundation? Well, they're centered around a leadership philosophy that emphasizes the well-being and growth of others. Here are some of their core principles. actively seeking to understand and value the input of others through listening, demonstrating understanding and compassion for the feelings and perspectives of others by showing empathy, contributing to the emotional and spiritual well-being of people through healing, having a keen sense of self and the impact one has on others by bringing awareness, influencing others through gentle, non-coercive means through persuasion, visualizing the big picture and thinking beyond day-to-day realities through conceptualization, anticipating the future consequences of actions taken today using foresight, taking responsibility for the performance and well-being of the organization through stewardship, nurturing the personal, professional, and spiritual growth of individuals by commitment to the growth of people, and finally, fostering a sense of belonging and interconnectedness among people by building communities. These principles aim to create an environment where trust, collaboration, and personal development are prioritized, leading to authentic, trusting relationships with team members and the broader community. Having these principles in mind, this is the information that we know before Bryson disappeared. He was last seen leaving his grandmother's home in Ohio with his mother on June 16, 2024, in a white 2000 Chevrolet Suburban that is owned by the foundation. Shortly after leaving the grandmother's home, his mother was pulled over by police, but Bryson was not in the vehicle. So where did he go from the time they left the grandmother's house till the short time later she got pulled over? Allegations were also reported to Cass County Department of Child Services, DCS workers, of domestic battery against Bryson, and they were forwarded to the Indiana State Police to investigate 2 days later. Cheryl Wright, who is Bryson's grandmother, showed authorities a picture of Bryson with a black eye. She claimed that when she picked up Bryson in Toledo at her daughter's request, she observed Bryson with a black eye, a fat lip, and a swollen face. She stated that Bryson told her his father had caused the injuries, but he wasn't angry because he believed he deserved it. Cheryl, the grandmother, told her grandson that nobody should beat their children like that, not if they love them. The statement was part of her account of the events surrounding his disappearance and the condition in which she found him. Now, Kristen and Daniel Muir have been under investigation since Bryson's grandmother's allegations, along with DCFS and ISP investigating this case. And this has led to allegations of domestic battery against Kristen and Danielle and the Servants Foundation. After his disappearance, an Indiana State Police and Cass County Department of Child Services conducted a site visit at the Muir home. During the visit at the house, it appeared they were unable to locate Bryson. This led to the ongoing investigation into his disappearance and allegations of domestic battery. The situation escalated when Bryson's parents initially agreed to bring him in to meet with ISP investigators, but later backed out, signaling an unwillingness to cooperate. The site that they did go to was the property located, the residence, which was located on the property of Servant Leadership Foundation in Logansport, Indiana. So what have they done to try to locate Bryson? Well, they've tried to have Bryson's parents bring him in. The parents did back out of that. They also backed out of a planned meeting with ISP to discuss Bryson's case and potentially provide further information. ISP has expressed that the parents are unwilling to cooperate with this ongoing investigation, as they will not talk to police. ISP has asked for the public's help in locating Bryson and has urged anyone with information to contact them. We're going to take a look at another video. So let me get it put up here. And this video is going to be of Bryson's grandmother speaking out about the 14-year-old boy. I just got to get it queued up here. And get my screen started. All right, here we go.
Tonight, Indiana State Police have issued a silver alert for the missing son of former Colts player Daniel Muir. Investigators say Bryson Muir was last seen leaving his grandma's house near Cleveland about 2 weeks ago. Our Chase Howell talked with the boy's grandmother tonight and Daniel Muir's sister. So, Chase, what did they say?
Scott, his sister tells me Daniel has been estranged from his family for years. When Cheryl Wright went to pick Bryson up in Toledo at her daughter's request, this is how she expected him to look. Instead, when he got in the car, she says he had a black eye, a fat lip, and a swollen face.
He told me that, he deserved it and it was okay. So I told him that it wasn't. No one should beat their children like that, not if they love them.
Friday night, I spoke to Wright on the phone for about 15 minutes about her daughter, Kristen, son-in-law, Daniel, and what she believes happened to her 14-year-old grandson.
So I just want to find Bryson. I want to make sure that he's okay.
Wright says the day she went to pick Bryson up, there were 3 people in the car, his mom and dad, and a man she didn't know. But only Bryson drove the nearly 2 hours back to her Cleveland home with her.
She just told me that I needed to pick him up. And because this is an ongoing case, I don't want to say everything that happened during our conversation, but she just told me that I needed to come get him.
After only a couple days, Wright says Bryson was picked up by his mother, his dad, and an adult male, but not before she called police. Wright says 3 or 4 minutes after they left, an officer pulled them over, but Bryson wasn't in the car. So what could have happened to Bryson within that 3 to 4 minutes that you think?
Sir, the only things that the police officers told me is that they probably put him into another vehicle, and that car drove off.
As of Friday afternoon, Indiana State Police say both Kristen and Daniel are no longer cooperating with investigators. Friday morning, State Police say the Muirs backed out of a meeting with police that they were supposed to bring Bryson to.
Bryson is, I believe, somewhere else, and they just don't want to bring him back. Maybe they don't want the police to see his face. I think it's been almost 2 weeks now, but I'm sure that those injuries are still there.
I called and texted numbers believed to belong to Daniel and Kristen, but never got a response back. Reporting in Logansport, Chase Howell, 13 News.
All right. So there's your report from his grandmother. You've heard that there was a third individual, a man in the car. What happened when they left the grandmother's house. Was there another vehicle that was waiting down the road? They said there was only 3 or 4 minutes. What we haven't heard is who was in the vehicle when it was stopped by police. No matter what's happened, we need to find Bryson Muir. So, please contact law enforcement if you have any information. I am going to put the number for the state, the Indiana State Police Peru post on here. That is who they're asking you to call, or call 911 directly, and Crime Stoppers at 317-626-TIPS. It's important that we find this young man. Something is obviously happening. Now, I don't know what this foundation is that they have. I have heard negative things about it. I know that his parents are taking a lot of heat, along with the Servants Leadership Foundation. So what I do know is that this young man went missing 2 weeks ago. He has not been seen. The police are asking if anybody has any knowledge of where the parents were on June 16th, who they were with, what vehicles they saw, whether they saw the boy in a vehicle or with somebody else. They're asking you to tip that information in. All of this information is very pertinent to the case and to finding him. So please share this video out. And our prayers are that Bryson Muir will be found safe and healthy. And even though his disappearance right now is very troubling, we're keeping a positive mind frame that he is alive and just healing. And then after that, his parents will bring him in and show that he's okay. I will bring you updates as I receive them on this case. Thank you for watching Beyond the Evidence. Remember, justice matters, and we will strive to do anything to bring these kids home safely. Please share the video with as many groups and missing groups and flood the area of Indiana. Bryson is somewhere, and we need to find him. Have a good day.